all this sideways stuff is very spectacular, but it's not always the quickest, and it is this time. Yes, he takes the flag first. Dennis Pugh wins that one with the twin motorcycle-powered Fiat Uno. Whatever Mr. Ferrari would think about a Fiat having two motorcycle engines,
No, I don't.
I shudder to think, but there we are.
Just a quick word for those who weren't in for the earlier live action. That Rob Dance driving car number 70, you've probably recognised the beast on the top. That is a Fox, and that is Foxy Dance Junior. Foxy Dance, of course, a name well known around Aldershot Way, stock cars and super stocks originally. That is Foxy Dance Junior, Rob Dance. Having said that, he is a good driver in his own right and has won an awful lot of things. Meanwhile, back to you, Arthur, for these two. Well, I'll take it then.
Yep, this is the husband and wife team once again. The red overalls is Lynn. Husband Mal there coming very, very sideways all the way round with the Vauxhall-powered special. Mal closing in a bit on his wife now. No doubt closing on the Suzuki-powered car of Lynn. Lynn giving it plenty of sideways though as they storm round this very tight circuit, and it is indeed Mal Cooper who takes it as Lynn comes through to complete her 3 laps. Well, another couple of laps and we could have had an overtaken manoeuvre there. That would have been really something, wouldn't it?
I'll tell you what, Arthur, whoever told you that a car going sideways isn't going forward got it wrong as far as that car is concerned. That spends the whole race sideways and it slaughters them every time it comes out. That is some car, some driver, that number 5.
Yeah, 5 is the Vauxhall-powered Astra GTE. 260 brake horsepower they think they're getting from these little things, and when you think how very light they are, then you can appreciate just what phenomenal acceleration they've got. So it looks like it's your man, Mr. Longhurst again, Dave, up against Dave White, is it?
One assumes so, but it's certainly Longhurst in car number 1, Dave Longhurst, the national
Webb, I
driver,
should have said.
and assume Dave Webb, I think, then Arthur in this one. So Longhurst has really quite taken to this car, hasn't he? He seems to have had a very, very successful weekend with it.
Yeah, he really has got to grips with it today. It is quite spectacular, isn't it, to watch them going round. Really drifting the car through the corners, getting the tail out. Winding that steering wheel right and left. Absolutely superb control. I think maybe that it is Dave Longhurst who's just got the advantage, but there is very, very little between them as they come to the flag, and who's it going to be? Well,
Longan, I think it was by a whisker, Arthur. Would you not agree?
It was
Longan by a whisker,
yeah, just by a whisker perhaps, but it was very close, wasn't it?
Mm.
And another example there, I think, of the car that perhaps looked considerably slower, David Webb's, but most definitely was not. David was taking a very tight, neat line through the corner, not looking quite as spectacular maybe as Dave, but was almost as quick.
I don't like the smoke that's coming from under Longan's car. Might just be cold, but it was smoking up a bit towards the end there. Anyway, next out, I think, is the number 70 car, whether it's Rob Dance. No?
No, it's a cart coming.
Cart's coming.
Rally cart,
right.
yeah.
Didn't see them. Right, who we got on board this one? I don't know the first one. Arthur, is that someone that you know driving that?
Well, I think it must be Autograss boys again, isn't it?
I think it probably is. It's certainly not Oval men anyway, that's for sure.
No.
Just a quick word about the man who briefly came on track just then to fire these cars up. That's Lloyd Shelly from, I think, Chelmsford Motor Club, who's organised this in a way. And again, if you've been around the Oval races, raceways for many a year, you'll know Lloyd Shelly used to race National Hot Rod.
Yeah.
I think it was 118.
A couple of different routes being taken there by respective drivers. It's a fairly bumpy ride in there, isn't it?
Yes, it's not as easy to drive, I don't think, these things, as people think, well, you know, getting one of them as kid stuff. But I don't think they're that easy, actually.
Don't think there's any suspension at all, is there? They're just sort of solid. Well, they'll certainly look it anyway.
Who's your money on here then? Blue and yellow or
yeah, blue
or
and
dark
yellow.
blue?
Yeah, blue.
I think blue and yellow perhaps is maybe just keeping the better line, but dark blue looks maybe the more aggressive of the two. It may be that the bumper, such as it is, will have to go in sometime on this last lap. Certainly not that much between them anyway, and dark blue is certainly coming here with a bit of a challenge as they approach. This is the last bend. I think the flag is pretty much ready to come down.
Certainly a very clean, conventional drive, isn't it? They're going to have another lap, though.
Oh, another lap. Well, certainly, as you say, nice and clean, so almost certainly not oval men anyway. But blue and yellow still leads the way. But dark blue, once again, I still think I'd put my money on there, you know, if this was a betting sport. I think I'd maybe put my last 5p on here. It won't go in the machines, that's for sure. Up to the line they come then anyway, and blue and yellow it is, then that's won that one. So I think that's one to you, Arthur.
Right, now we've got Lloyd Shelly up there, our clerk of the course. I use the term very loosely. Having a chat with some of the marshals. Have we got some more cars to come out of the paddock? Yep, somebody's firing up.
So a lot of the cars, I think we have to say, if you were here yesterday, I know it's a bit like when you go on holiday and they say, cool, you should have been here last week, it was real hot. But anyway, leaving that aside, if you were here yesterday, the cars took a bit of punishment yesterday. They had another session this morning. We are actually running out of cars, hence a little bit of disorganisation this afternoon as to who's driving what, because we run out of cars basically, so whatever's left, anyone we can lay hands on is driving whatever car will still go.
Well, this looks like Alan Buckland. Oh, his engine's gone in a big way. Oh, dearie me, that's the end of that. Oh dear, horrible noises and a cloud of blue smoke coming from the exhaust there of the Alan Buckland car. We're not going to be seeing that one again. So it's all down to a demonstration run here from Dennis Pugh. Well, there we are. That's just the sort of thing that any driver fears. And that is especially sad, really, when these drivers have come along at their own, risking their own vehicles for our entertainment on what is very much a demonstration of the capabilities of these autograss machines. And I think they are giving us a very good demonstration of what they're capable of. And if you ever get the chance to go and watch autograss racing, I think you'll find that there is some very, very good entertainment available, and they are a very, very friendly bunch of people, I can assure you of that. And our commiserations there to Alan for coming along and entertaining us and having to go back down south with what is obviously a very, very sick motor in the middle of his car.
I talked him into that one. Do you know, it's incredible the number of times people will tell you this. At Wimbledon or wherever, I say, oh, so-and-so's going well, next minute he's in the fence, and there was I saying how many cars we've lost this weekend, and I know he said it when, poof, as they say.
It does happen, Jim. It happens to all of us, I think.
Incredible.
So we've got the Rob Dance machine and the David Webb car. David Webb taking on Rob Dance, we assume, at least it is their respective motor cars.
Who's your money on here then, Arthur? The Fiesta or the Starlet?
I've got to go for Rob Dance again, I think. The poor little chap sitting on the roof must feel a bit fresh.
At least he's got a fur coat on.
Yeah, he has got a fur coat on. I wish I had.
Boom, boom. That's getting a bit airborne, that starlet down that far side, and that's where there isn't supposed to be a bump. Oh, hello, Arthur. What's he done over there? Drama
dear.
On the far side.
He's nudged the Armco. Well, not the Armco, but that's the end of his victory. So now we've got two cars. This is more like it. They're right together now. Lovely job.
He'll need to keep a good line through there this time.
David Webb can have a look on the inside, is he?
It's almost like oval racing this. Good hot rod race brewing up here as they head down the far side. Nose to tail.
Well, Webb's got to come through to finish his race yet. Here he comes.
Well, things are certainly taking a turn of events, aren't they? What with the blow-up in the previous race, the crash in that one, Marshall's on the fence. Surely they can't do anything and probably turn one of these buggies over now.
Well, we had a bit of an
If they do, I've talked them into this as well.
What happened last year? We had Barry Lee going into the back of a Volvo, didn't we, with his hovercraft?
And broke all the cluster of lights, didn't he?
And Will Gollop put the Peugeot into the back of a transit van or something, as I recall.
I recall that very well. I shall never forget that, and the look of horror that came across Malcolm's face as that tore across the grass.
Absolutely proved that you can't get a Peugeot 306 into the back of a transit van.
I also recall the look of horror on the owner's face of the van as well. I think it was Malk Songhurst, if my memory serves me. Anyway, I'm not sure who we got this time, but I think... I don't recognise either, although it's a big bloke in the back.
Yeah, I think it might just be the chairman of the NASA. The chairman of NASA. He is a big lad. And they're going round the autograssing clockwise direction, aren't they? So it leads me to think that this might be a bit of a battle between the respective representatives from NASA and Segto. And then again, of course, it might not be.
I don't think we can say one of these carts is better than the other, can we? Whatever else happens, Arthur, I think, generally speaking, they've been fairly evenly matched all the time, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, yeah.
And they proved to be somewhat more reliable than proper cars, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
They're still going, these two.
Dead eating. There hasn't been a problem at all.
When it all started yesterday, and they're still running along nicely.
I think they can have a conversation with each other as they go round as well, so I'm told.
Quite right. And don't get too much body damage on them either, do you?
No, not really, do you?
OK, well, whoever it was that was in that one, more or less dead heated. More cars firing up from the pit area. There can't be many left apart from this ARC5 and ARC6.
Have we got Mal and Lynn Cooper coming again then?
Now, just get this straight, Arthur. Which one is the lady of these?
The lady
number
is
six?
Number 6.
So the gentleman is the one who drives it sideways, and he's one hell of a driver, isn't he?
The single exhaust on the back of number 5 and the twin exhaust on the back of number 6 gives away the fact that Mal Cooper's got one engine and his wife Lynn has got two Suzukis mounted side by side.
OK, well, my money's on number 5. Whatever else happens on this one, out of everyone that's raced here this weekend, he's the one that has really, really caught the eye. I'm nearly sent him in the fence over there just then. Sooner or later, if you get the feeling he's not going to quite get this right.
I mean, whatever you're calling in motorsport, you've got to admit that this is pretty spectacular, isn't it?
It is. It's good stuff.
Well, he's rolled it.
Well, I've sent him into the bollards anyway.
It looked to me
very nearly into the fence.
It looked almost as if Mal had rolled a tyre off the rims. He has, look, yes, he has. He's rolled a tyre off the rim. Probably thinking to himself, it oversteers a bit today. Well, he threw that car into the corner here immediately in front of us with such tremendous side force onto the sidewalls of those tyres. I could literally see the tyre being torn off the rim. It's not a puncture, it literally pulled the tyre off the rim.
Another one I talked into damage. Well, I see what I can manage to make of the Fiat. The twin engine Fiat, not just twin cam, twin engine, one driving each wheel. Remarkable configuration. So the Fiat, I presume Dennis Pugh at the wheel. If I had a brand new twin engine car, I don't think I'd let anybody else drive it. So I assume that's him driving that, and assume Dave Longhurst driving car number 1. Interesting match here. A lot of power advantage, obviously, with the Fiat. That is Longhurst in number 1.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be much between these, Jim. It looks pretty even at the moment. Both crossing the start-finish lines almost simultaneously. Look, there and there, yeah. Just about half a lap still between them.
I think Longhurst's going to win this, you know. Oh, especially if he keeps up
nearly
that
had
with
an argument with
his
them.
twin-engine Fiat.
Very, very close to the barrier there was Dennis Pugh.
Takes a bit more circumspect that time, Arthur.
Yes, and he's losing out a bit, isn't he? Yeah, I think that Dave's going to win this one, despite all the smoke.
Longhurst's got this, you know, but not
Yep.
by much. There he is. He takes it by about a second or so. I think he's almost undefeated today, Dave Longhurst.
I think he is. Getting a bit warm, though, I think, that car.
Yeah, I think that may be another one we've talked into retirement.
Now, have we got any more?
Almost DD rules here. Last one left standing. I think it's going to be the twin Fiat. And he very nearly demolished it on the fence, didn't he? Is that it, Lloyd? That is, I think.
Is that it, Lloyd? Yeah.
That's it. The clerk of the works has said that is it. We've got no more cars left that look as though they're in a fit state to compete.
Well, that not only brings live action to an end here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, of course, that brings live action to an end here at Brentwood